can I connect with my pet that has passed away when I don't feel the connection there any longer? I don't feel their spirit. I am grieving and I'm too bogged down in that grief to truly feel their spirit and hear communication and recognize communication from them. How do I still connect with them? I want to connect. I hear this quite frequently from clients who are having a hard time going through that grief process. And one of the things that I have done with those clients over the years is ask their pet, what would help mommy, what would help daddy connect with you during this time. And what I've learned from their responses over the years is you're in physical form still. You need something physical to represent me. That's how you can connect during this period of time when you're having a hard time connecting with my spirit. They reassure them always that they are still there. They are still supporting them. They're still visiting, and they will continue to do that when their parent is more energetically able to connect with them in that way. But in the meantime, they want them to use something physical to connect with them. Okay. So some examples of this that have come up over time that you might be able to utilize as well. Go with your intuition on this. Okay. So you'll want to look around your house, think about your pet, and what are those physical things, the physical objects that come up for you? What comes to your mind? Is there a cat bed that you still have? Is there a little blanket that your dog used to use? Is there a special toy that they liked? Even their food or water bowl. Is there a certain picture that you feel really drawn towards? It could also be their ashes, the box or urn that their ashes are in. And I actually utilize that as my physical representation of my pets. And I do this all the time, no matter how I am feeling. It is a physical representation of them that I can physically connect with on a daily basis. So our bed has a headboard that has like a shelf on it. So our dogs always slept on our bed with us, and Scarlet and Sloopy, they are our transitioned dogs. And so Scarlet, for example, slept right up at my head. So when she transitioned into spirit, and she was the first one to do so, I put her ashes, the box with her name on it, I put it right on that shelf on the bed, right at the top of my head, so that I could still put my hands back and I could still feel that box back there. Okay. And nowadays, Sloopy's box with her ashes are back there as well. And I also have this little monkey toy that Scarlett loved as well. And that kind of frames the boxes. And so as I go to bed, I'm still able, I kiss my two fingers, I place it on their boxes. I might just put my hands back there and touch the boxes and just allow that physical touch to help me connect in with them, and just tell them good night, tell them thank you, or talk more if I'm feeling like that. But that's just a daily little physical connection that I utilize. Okay. So do that. Do that with your transitioned pets. Think through, if you don't already have a physical thing that you can experience each day with them, think through it. What reminds them, what reminds you of them, and what feels special to your heart. There is no wrong answer to this. You cannot do it in any wrong way. I have had people ask about, boxes of ashes and urns and what to do with them. And, I give them examples and stuff like that. But ultimately, it is what feels right to you, what is special in your heart, and what helps you process the grief. Okay. Now we have a cat who has passed as well. And one of the things that I was able to take off of her, from her body, the last thing that she wore was this breakaway collar. And so I was able to get that from her. And that's one of the things that I utilize as her physical representation as well. Um, vets will give us pieces of their fur. That could be it. It can be anything. It can be a medication that they were taking that represents the care that you were giving to them. Can be just a simple touch of that medication and feeling that care that you have for them in your heart and that medication represents. Can be all sorts of things, but that physical representation, that object, that thing that allows you to feel that connection with them, that is what these transition pets have led me to understand, is that they are saying, remember, you are physical, you are still in the physical form, and that comes with limitations. And one of those limitations is when we are experiencing grief, especially at a certain level, it is so hard to move beyond those emotions and be able to hear spirit and feel that true connection that we know is there. We're just not hearing it as well. And so they say, remember, give yourself grace. You are still in the physical form. So give yourself a physical representation to help you move through that process easier. Okay. And with this, physical representations can trigger emotional releases. Getting the ashes back that first day is hard. It is very hard. And looking around the house and seeing all of our pets' things still laying about, as if they're going to walk through that door and utilize their little doggy bed or their little blanket. Those are hard emotions to process through, but we need to still cherish those objects and use them as a connection point to our animals. We need to allow them, the objects, to help us release out our emotions. I want to encourage you not to place fear of emotion on the objects of our pets, because those objects are dear to our heart. They are absolutely dear, and they hold very happy memories. They hold love. And so if we're able to embrace them with love and not grief and all of those negative, lower frequency vibrations, they can really truly help us experience emotional releases. Even if you are just sobbing into their blanket, that's healthy. That is a healthy response. So allow that to happen and utilize that physical representation to help yourself heal and connect with your pet in other ways down the road. Okay. If you would like to continue to see these videos and watch teachings about our pets, transitioned pets, and much, much more as we go here, click subscribe on this YouTube channel and get those notifications for new videos coming out as time goes. And always feel free to reach out to me if you have any comments or questions. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.